Hey guys, it's Taylor and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a quick video on my June wrap-up and July TBR. So basically the month of June was very sad for reading. I was able to compensate because I do work 4 days a week for about 8 hours each day, and considering that my commute is an hour long both ways, it's kind of difficult to get a lot of reading in because I can't read during my commute. So basically, I've been trying to listen to more audiobooks when I'm at work because I can do that and multitask. But really, it was just really disappointing as a month for me. On top of that, I lost my copy of A Court of Wings and Ruin, so I haven't been able to read that either. And I've looked everywhere, so I'm hoping it'll show up because it's never really left the house. So hopefully I'll get around to that too. Okay, so I've been reading listening to audiobooks on my phone. So the first audiobook that I read in June was Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. This is my mom's physical copy, but so I'm just using it as a visual reference. She's not just one of my favorite celebrities, but a really influential person in my life. She was a writer on The Office, which I had no idea. So since then I've really been getting into screenwriting, and she's also just really funny, so I highly recommend reading her first book, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me? And then this one, Why Not Me? She's got a lot of great stories to tell. My favorite one in this book was when she was going through recruitment. If you don't know, I am also in a sorority, so I really liked hearing her interpretations of different sororities, and just so you know, my sorority does show up in this book, but it's not a negative interpretation. It's funny. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. So if you're looking for something nonfiction and funny, I highly recommend checking it out. Next up, I do not have a physical copy of this book, but it's Modern Romance by Aziz Ansari. I listened to this on audiobook, and it is a joy to listen to Aziz Ansari narrate. If you don't know what it's about, Aziz Ansari and some other people look into how romance in the modern age is conducted today with dating apps like Tinder, OkCupid, Bumble, that's the other one, and talking about what this means for our generation as a whole in terms of romance. He also takes a worldwide view of it, so he takes his studies to France and Japan and Brazil. I think it's Brazil. Probably Brazil. I might be wrong. Maybe it's Venezuela. But it's really good, and it's really funny to hear him try to narrate a lot of charts and graphs, and he keeps talking about how I'm so lazy for listening to audiobooks. And I know he doesn't mean it. If you don't know, Aziz Ansari plays Tom Haverford on Parks and Rec, and he also has his own TV show called Master of None on Netflix, which I highly recommend. It's a very well done show. I haven't seen season 2 yet, so no spoilers in the comments down below. I gave this book, I believe, a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was hilarious, and I was just thoroughly enthralled the whole way through. I didn't expect it to be as scientific or data-y as it was. What I thought going into it was that it was just his stories about his own personal romances. But I must say I am much more pleased with what I got. The final book I read in June was Salt to the Sea by Rita Sepetys. I did this as part of a buddy read with Jessie over at Jessie's Shelf and Grace from Graceful Books. I will leave the link both to my review and to their channels down in the description box below. If you don't know, this book takes place during World War II, where German forces and Russian forces are moving in on each other and civilians are basically in danger. So Germany provides a bunch of boats for refugees, of pure descent, to get on and escape the oncoming danger. So this book follows 4 teenagers as they either try to make it to the boat or try to prepare the boat, and their experiences living through such a horrific and traumatizing event. Now, this book was interesting in that it gave me an opportunity to learn about a historical event that I had never heard about before, which I think is a darn shame. But on the other hand, it tended to lead a little more melodramatic than I would like, and that's not to say that they don't have every right to be dramatic. It's just not what I prefer personally. And the fact that every chapter ends on a cliffhanger kind of got annoying near the end of the book. But yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and I do recommend it because it was a very big learning opportunity for me, and I am actually looking forward to reading some of Rita Sepetys' other work. I have Between Shades of Grey on my shelf, and I'm thinking maybe moving it up on my TBR a bit. So yeah, that was a good thing that came out of this buddy read. On top of that, I really did like reading and discussing books with Grace and Jessie. They are really great people, and they're really great to talk to about literature and just life. And now on to my July TBR. Once I find it, I'm going to finish this book. I took it out of the jacket, and I don't know if that made it harder or easier for me to find it. But once I find it, I'm serious. I'm going to finish it because I left on such a good part, and it's driving me crazy. Next up, I am reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I'm doing this as part of a buddy read with Kayla over at Literature Reads. She's amazing. She is a great booktuber, a really nice person. I love talking with her, and I will leave a link to her channel down in the description below. She's amazing, and you should definitely go to check her out. I don't know much about this book. All I know is that it's about a girl who writes letters to all of the boys she's loved, and the letters actually accidentally get sent out, and from there, chaos happens. I really like this because it's by an author who's a person of color, and it features a girl who's mixed race, which I also really love. I'm not too far into it right now, and I'm really excited to get started on my buddy read. Next up, we've got Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I am listening to this on audiobook over at work, and I have to say it is delightful. I love Amy Poehler. I love Parks and Rec. Her show is hilarious and one of my favorite shows of all time, and I will say I'm really enjoying listening to her on audiobook. She's got a great voice. She's got a bunch of great guest stars. Sir Patrick Stewart, Carol Burnett, Seth Meyers, her parents. I think it's a really great addition to listen to her because she's great at reading things out loud. It makes it sound so much more important and sentimental, which obviously it'll probably come off that way on the page, but it's really nice to hear it from Amy Poehler's own lips. Next up, we've got Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I have been planning on reading this book for so long, and I was supposed to do it as part of Booktubeathon last year, and I didn't. And it's been killing me because I love this cover. So many people are talking about it on BookTube, and I have FOMO, really bad FOMO about this book. So yes, I hope to get to it sometime in July. And finally, since I won't have much time to read this month, I'm going to try and read shorter works. So comic books are definitely going to be a big part of this month. So I'm hoping to get to Hellboy, Seed of Destruction. I love the movies by Guillermo del Toro. I think they're really fun and creative, and I really want to read the comic books that basically influenced or read the comic books that the movies are based off of. Next up, we've got The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. This is considered one of the greatest comic series of all times, and I've never read Neil Gaiman before, so I thought I might as well give this a chance. And finally, Rat Queens Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Naragoth, I guess. I read the first part of these comics last year, and I really like them. They're very crass, but also very funny, and they feature a lot of female protagonists that I think are pretty compelling. So I'm really excited to continue on with the series. I think it's really funny, and I started it, but I never really got the chance to finish it. So I'm going to start it all over again, and I should finish it in like a day. Obviously, some of these books will be used for Booktubeathon because I still want to participate, even if I will be unable to read as much as I would like to, or spend as much time reading and filming as I would like to. But yeah, that's my June wrap-up, my July TBR. What's on your July TBR? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social media down below. It's all linked. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye.